Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Hey. Hey. We made it.
All right, man. We got here. Slight delay.
Almost didn't make it at all, man. These motherfuckers in Chicago.
What is going on there? I saw some dude on the X, formerly known as Twitter. He, I guess, was having some road work done in front of his house, and it was Chicago plumbers, and they were tearing up the road and pulling out the water pipes for the entire neighborhood, and he was filming the inside of the pipes, asking people, like, have you ever seen anything more disgusting in your life? And I hope you know, this is what's transporting the water to your faucet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was brown, crusty, and disgusting, my man. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what you're... Do not drink hot... So it's really interesting. If you go to Europe, most places in Europe still have the two faucets. And you'll see it in like a lot of the old buildings here still. They have the hot faucet and the cold faucet, right?
All right.
And it was because back in the day, hot water was not potable. You couldn't drink it because we didn't have things like pressure valves and release valves and stuff for the water heaters.
Right
so
on.
a lot of the water heaters were just open. It was literally like, imagine just like a metal pot, you know?
Oh,
boiling water,
cooking water. Yeah.
just cooking water.
Wow.
And so it was non-potable. But I tell everybody still today, like Europeans would think you're crazy if you used hot water and you drank it, like, or if you like if you're gonna boil water for tea or something, you know, do not use the hot water because those are the most disgusting pipes. Because shit it's hot in there, you know what I mean? And then it cools down. And
yeah.
the only way you could kind of offset it is set your water heater to over 140 degrees. That'll get you, it'll kill the bacteria. You might burn yourself.
Right. On the water, you're saying.
140 is hot, but...
That is pretty hot, yeah. So now, though, I mean, here we just have the one pipe, and it's up to the water heater to heat it up or not, and that's basically how you get your water. That's
No. You have two pipes to like your sink.
You still got two.
They meet at those two handles.
Yeah, man.
You're turning on hot and cold, and they're not mixing until the faucet.
All right. Yeah.
Stop the cross-contamination, you know?
Damn, so generally speaking, warm water pipage dirtier than
Always
the cold
worse.
water? Really? Yeah,
Always
wow.
worse. Especially the metal pipe, dude. It'll just be pinned to like a pinhole and like just rust and shit in there. And
it's gross, man. Yeah. So
don't drink it.
That's funny because in cooking, and I know it's more from a culinary perspective and just a process, but in general, when you boil water for pasta or rice or any of that stuff, you're supposed to do cold water.
Cold water,
Heat cold water. That's the whole... And maybe, I always thought it was just a kind of niche kind of cooking culinary thing, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe this is just an old school concept dating back to way back when you had gross shit in the hot pipes, and so you wanted to avoid...
It's a sanitary issue. To further that point, they have pot fillers. Like a lot of rich people will have it looks like a long sink kind of right above the stove. There's no like bowl or anything. There's just the faucet that like usually has a little joint in the middle. And that's a pot. That's so you could put the pot on the stove and then fill it up right from there. There is no hot water going to that. You do not pipe hot water. One pipe, just cold water.
Damn. All right.
So, yeah, don't use the hot water.
Because ultimately, these pipes are old, right?
Yes.
And
everybody's got them, yeah.
We all have old water pipes, and there's a bunch of crap growing inside the pipes, and
yes.
So use the cold water at all times, essentially. I mean, so if I'm showering in hot water, I'm using grosser water?
Yes, but who cares? It's not that gross that you're... Again... The water in your toilet is cleaner than most people drink around the world.
Around the world, dude. Definitely better than what they have in Gaza. I'll throw that out there.
So, don't worry about it. But yeah, the hot water is dirtier, in my opinion.
Interesting.
I never tested it or nothing, just from what I see from the pipes.
I think visual goes a long way, though. If you're seeing a bunch of crud and crap inside the hot water pipes,
Right.
fair to say maybe there's a lot of garbage going on there.
It's all you rich people out there who are like, I bought a brand new house. Yeah, your house is new, but that pipe in the street carrying the city water, the 20 miles to your house, that's been there for 100 years.
It's a losing game with the water. We should be filtering better in my house. We live near a lake that's filled with plutonium runoff, and it's nuclear up the wazoo, and we have all sorts of other crap going on out here. And so high rates of cancer in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? So it's there's something going on there. But either way, the water not the greatest, I'm going to say. Especially you got the nuclear runoff, then you got the chemtrails every day. So it's aluminum, plutonium.
Like you literally have me picturing The Simpsons. The power plant where it's got that like the green slime.
You catch the fish with the three eyes. That's what we got going on in our lake here, man.
Like an open pipe dumping green sewage.
Exactly.
Like glowing radioactive. No, there's no way to filter radioactive. Sorry.
Oh, so I'm just screwed no matter what with the radioactive.
You can't filter that.
So I'm nuclear now, no matter what. There's nothing.
I don't know how you would even neutralize it. That's why like nuclear plants, their water is like totally separate. You have to have a total separation.
Yeah, we got an issue from back in the 70s. There was a nuclear facility and they were shipping nuclear material and there was an accident and nuclear waste or plutonium runoff basically entered the scene in this area here. And, and then what happened was 20 years later, this is near the Stanley Lake area in Colorado, in the Platte River and all that stuff. But Rocky Flats is what it's known as. And it was a huge nuclear disaster, essentially. And then 20 years later in the 90s, everybody forgot about it. And so they raised the land and built a bunch of homes and stuff. They did this whole thing.
Yeah.
And when they built the new contracted subdivision, the dust from the building of the homes basically just sprayed nuclear dust material into the air, and it coated everybody basically downwind, pretty much where I'm living now. This happened in the 90s, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And so nuclear dust was kicked up and then it blew over my neighborhood. And so everybody here that was here in the 90s and whatnot, everybody got cancer. Just like this whole area, somebody's got cancer of some sort. And now they stopped the building, and then within the last 5 years, they're like, we're going to do a new subdivision.
Nice.
We're kicking up more nuclear dust, baby. Here we go.
Where's upstream?
Yeah.
That way we really blast them,
So
I was wrong. Reverse osmosis. I was thinking about carbon, and carbon filtration will take out radiation.
So I was looking at the reverse osmosis, and I think I might hook it up in the house. I do know you lose something like a gallon to every 4 gallons of water through the process. There's some kind of element where you waste water. Yeah, you lose a little bit.
But who the fuck cares? I always forget about you guys out there. Here, nobody ever worries about wasting water.
Mike, you're talking to 3/4 Subaru guy about to buy a Prius. I love the Priuses so much. That's where I'm at, out of the closet. So
we're flooding in water. Dude, it rained so much. That's why I was late. It rained. The whole fucking city backs up when it rains this much.
Nice.
And the problem is it rained like 3 weeks ago really bad. Half the school's flooded, right?
Yeah, man.
So then for 3 weeks, because the kids are coming back next week. So for the last 3 weeks, we've been running from school to school. Find any problems you can in the sewers, fix them before the next rain, right?
Yeah, man.
Did all that, and then it rains even harder today, and all those schools, even the ones you fixed, they backed up, and everybody's calling. Everybody's calling like, "What the fuck, man? My basement's flooded again." It's like, yeah, you have 8 inches of water in the street outside your house. the whole city's flooded. It can't handle this much water.
That's funny because Chicago is like engineered to handle water. I mean, they reversed the river. They did all that. They raised the city, reversed the river. They did all sorts of stuff.
It.
No, it's too much, huh?
No, it's too much. It pisses me off because then you go to like when we were down in Florida. Where was that? Sand coral? What was
that was a Cape Coral.
Cape Coral?
Yeah.
Dude, you're 3 inches above sea level. It rains and none of the streets are flooded. You know what I mean?
Well, Cape Coral's actually really in a shitty spot. Apparently, no one can get insurance for flooding anymore because they've had so many hurricanes year after year, and no basements. In the place we were at, I mean, I doubt anybody has a basement in Cape Coral.
No, why would you?
Well, it's probably water down there, right? Basically, you're basically floating on the water there, and so, I was reading that we could probably buy a house for like $175,000 in Cape Coral.
I'll go half.
Yeah, I think we should split it. Vacation place. If it floods once a year, who cares? You just go clean it up and have a vacation spot, man.
What you got to do is do like just everything cement.
I was thinking tile.
God, you're so Italian.
No. I know. But like a shower. Create the house like it's the inside of a shower. And then when it floods, you just squeegee it out like it's a shower. Just squeegee the walls, everything. You just squeegee everything, get it out of there.
And actually, even then when it's not a hurricane, you want to clean the bathroom, you just go in there with a hose.
Oh, power blaster? Just
power blast everything.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. In fact, I might just tile up my whole house now that I'm on the topic.
Great idea. I'm going to do my apartment.
That's right, dude. Yeah, I would. If I had a house in Cape Coral, I would fully design it to flood. Like I would create almost like you're in the inside of a pool or something,
Dude, that's a genius idea. And then when you're not there, like, you're only there on vacation, just leave the doors open. Doors open.
Oh, yeah, flood through, rain, whatever. Yeah. In fact, you want the least resistance possible. You want those waves coming through your house, not breaking your house down,
flood
right?
the guy across the street.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, we never flooded until that guy moved in.
That's right. In fact, build the house with windows all around the base of the house, and then when the hurricane comes, you open the windows, and the water just goes right through to the other side, man. I should be an architect.
Not a bad idea, though, to have like some kind of you only do the windows so high, and then you could have everything automatic that wireless that you hit a button, and the glass is raised above the level so it's protected by the wall.
Yes.
And
then the water just can rip through. You know what I'm saying? If you have some, make it high enough so that way the couch can float out without any resistance. You know what I'm saying? You can replace the couch,
who needs a couch?
So, and go rubber couch. Get yourself a floaty couch.
I was just thinking blow up. Everything
blow up couch, everything blow up, dude.
Beat the hurricane by the water mattress.
That's right. Yes. Nailed it, man. Yeah.
I think we're onto something. I think we should build a house, buy a house, do what we want to do to it. They'll be begging us to insure it. We'll be the only house that has people. They're competing to insure our house.
Yeah, it's just always been on my mind. Like people in the Cape Coral area, like, hey, why don't you make it ready to flood? Like, let it, be excited for the flood almost. This house is built to flood, man. I
don't know why they don't do the stilts. They should build everything up. That's what they'll start doing, putting the garages on the bottom level.
Yeah, where was that popular? That's like an East Coast thing, or maybe California, where they have...
East Coast, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Carolinas, I feel like you get the houses on the stilts.
That's the difference, right? You got the poor people who are like, no, I want to live on the ocean, but I'm poor. I better jack this baby up.
Get some stilts,
I can't afford to keep building this. Which, speaking of building, dude, that Palisades. I just watched that vlog with Adam Carolla and Rick Caruso.
Yes.
Oh, it's so sad. It is so sad watching that and thinking, you people could have had this guy as mayor.
Right.
He could have been your mayor. And if you look at, they do the flyover, it's literally just his building in a sea of rubble.
Yes,
his building survived because of the way they built it, the way they had their private fire department.
Yes.
That he paid for. They were there early. They brought their own water. They even helped other surrounding buildings. Like, so sad. The guy wasn't the mayor. You voted for this stupid cunt that doesn't know anything about fire protection, right?
Yes.
And he still saved your buildings.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane that he wasn't voted in, They got Karen Bass as their DEI hire. Congratulations, right? I hope everybody feels really great about themselves.
Can't
you
build shit.
You're building nothing. You're fixing nothing.
Yeah, I love the idea of like, we really need to fix this town and build it up. Let's get somebody who's never fixed anything and never built anything in her fucking life, but she's got a lot of feelings. You know?
Right?
What I mean?
Yeah.
I've got a
feeling.
No, we're gonna be a sanctuary city. We're gonna give migrants everything. You know.
And I saw a picture Adam Carolla posted like in front of his house where it's just like an empty zone of what used to be several houses.
Yeah.
And it's just and there's no construction, there's no trucks anywhere, there's visibly nothing happening to improve that area.
No, they cleaned up. What's sad is they had like the Army Corps of Engineers, they had all these private companies, they had the whole place was a construction site. But they were just cleaning up, emptying these lots. Now it's just a ghost town. There's not a fucking there's not even an F-150 on the road. There's no trucks. There's no tools. You don't hear anybody fucking jackhammering or anything. Like, it's crazy.
It's really wild when you have people like Dr. Phil and other non-conspiratorial media figures going on TV and in other podcast interviews and saying, hey, look, it's a little odd that they decided to empty the reserve water tanks when they did. I mean, it's kind of unprecedented. The timing's a little strange. And the fact that they let the houses burn, depleted the water reserves, and now they're not building anything to replace it, this all seemed a little planned.
It seems a little intentional at the very least.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. Maybe not that they planned it, but this is like let's call it like a 9/11 scenario where like, hey, we got this news, 16 hijackers going to fly some planes into our buildings, and the CIA just kind of sat back and watched it unfold, you know? So maybe that's kind of what happened here with the fire.
We get false reports every day. How are we supposed to know? Isn't there somebody kidnapping Katie Hochul? Or no, what was that? Who was that one cunt in Michigan?
Oh, yeah, Gretchen Whitmer.
Gretchen Whitmer,
Yeah. I still can't say her name, man.
Hochul's New York. Yeah, they're both the same.
The same looking chick, though, which is weird, like intense brunette with very aggressive red lipstick.
Yeah.
They're both scary ladies, in my opinion.
Yeah, very,
but yeah,
very scary.
Palisades, just, you know, the incompetence and the tanks not being filled. And that was something they don't normally do as well, which is totally...
Which is crazy. Yeah, the reservoir, everything.
Yeah, it's bonkers. Yeah, it makes no sense. So it's like you guys set the stage for this to happen. Like, you didn't plan the exact date or time, but you cultivated a scenario where you could find success in your hopes and dreams of kicking out all these rich people from the Palisades and replacing it with a 15-minute smart city and, you know, low-income housing.
Low-income housing.
It's what they're going to do, man. You know, we had an emergency session here in Colorado. We're at a $200 million budget shortfall right now. We're staring down like $1 billion in deficit for next year, and yeah, it's
so stupid.
Oh man, but they're blaming everything but the retarded spending going on and the bad planning, and according to Jared Polis, all of our misadventures and misappropriations of the spending and everything that we've done that has screwed Colorado, it's Trump's fault because he signed the big beautiful bill.
Oh, the tariffs.
The tariffs and the
Everything's
bill.
the tariffs.
And
the fucking plumbing union, everybody's mad at Trump because his tariffs are stopping the building next year. Motherfucker, these fucking people stopped building in Chicago 5 years ago. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on.
But, you know, like...
somebody brought up a great point. The reason Denver, Chicago, the reason all these places are they're bankrupt this year is because they stopped the COVID funding last year.
Wow. Yeah.
That's what they were all living off of.
Great
federal
call.
COVID money.
Yes. Wow. I didn't even think about that, actually. It just sounds
Yeah.
insane for that to still be happening in 2024.
3 years after this virus that didn't kill anybody.
But ultimately, this is just a poorly run city by a poorly run state by a poorly operating governor. Governor Polis and Mayor Johnson probably shouldn't even be in their positions. They got it because of all this superfluous nonsense that the liberals are attracted to, and so that's why they're there. Same with Karen Bass. All these, I would argue, unqualified politicians running and managing our cities and our state governments are there because of DEI hires. I mean, Jared Polis, first gay governor. Do I need to spell it out for you why this guy won governorship of Colorado? I mean, it's obvious. And it's funny to me that we're in this moment now where Trump is like, I got to unleash the National Guard on D.C. The crime is out of control. We have to rein this
so
in.
Funny.
And he's basically saying this city is poorly managed. That's what he's saying. And so he's bringing in the federal government to take care of business.
Dude, I love the clapback. Did you see the clapback to the clapback?
I did not know.
So Trump said the crime is up in D.C., right?
Yeah.
Democrats right away. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Crime is down. That was the clapback. But then the clapback to the clapback was the head of the police, the chief of police, got fired for fraud because he was cheating the numbers to make it look like crime was going down.
Yeah, is that really what happened?
That's really what happened. And it's happening in every city. They're underreporting crime. Not to mention the fact that ever since George Floyd, cops laid off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Chicago literally made it illegal for the cops to chase you. And then a year later, they're like, look, the number of people we arrested went down. Yeah, not because there's less crime. The crime didn't go down.
I'm loving what happened with this. He announces he's going to bring in the feds to take care of the crime. And the immediate reaction was, this guy's a racist. And I can't get over this idea that here's the math. This is the liberal math, right? We want to, if we fight, we can't fight crime because that's racist. We have to allow crime because that's equity.
Right. But here's the problem too is, why do you think fighting crime is racist? Because you think it's black people committing the crime.
That's exactly it,
I mean?
Yes.
Trump just said he wanted to stop crime. You're the one who was like, stop crime. Oh, that's how the black people make money. That's the no! Crime is the number one employer in the black and brown community. You know what I mean? This will arresting criminals, you're saying it's going to disproportionately affect people of color. You're saying they're the ones committing the crimes.
I know. I saw there was some news anchor out there, I can't remember who it was, someone on MSNBC, but they found it to be very particular of Trump to decide in his speech that he's going to send all these national troops to specifically cities run by black mayors. And all I could think of is, isn't it a little weird that all the major cities with out-of-control crime rates are run by black mayors? Like, isn't there something we can... Is there a connection there?
Nobody wants to talk about the fact that there are 13% of the population.
Yes.
And 90% of the city mayors.
There are also 99% of the brawls happening at Arby's and Burger King across the country that I've seen.
just it's so good.
So, no, it's I just put this up here. Black mayors and leaders decry Trump's threats to deploy National Guard in cities. They're claiming it's racist because he's sending these cops to the cities run by black mayors, but maybe you guys aren't running your cities right. Is that possible?
Maybe it has nothing to do with the color of your skin. Maybe he's, I don't know, judging you by your character. You know? The content of your character, not by the color of your skin.
I just found this thing to be very hilarious. The reaction, as per usual, is just kind of racist in itself. It's the same deal with the blacks not being able to vote because they can't find the DMV or they don't own a license, you know?
Or how about they're like, literally, I think for 10 minutes I was listening to Pod Save America, guys. In those 10 minutes, Trump was racist because of the crime thing. And he's racist or he's terrible because he's deporting illegal immigrants. So Frank, who's gonna pick our crops?
Right, dude.
So the black people are committing crime and the brown people are picking crops for less than minimum wage. That's the Democrats talking.
And again, all the guy said was, we're bringing in some cops to clean up the crime. And you immediately reacted with, what's your problem with black people? Well, I don't think he said black people. You guys are saying black people.
They're going to arrest white criminals too. Like,
yes, dude.
It's all part of it.
It is all part of it, man. It's so funny to me. They're really struggling with this one. They really are. And here on NPR, they went for it, and they brought up just what you were talking about, how Trump, he claimed that the city was being overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, which is, he's always nailing the description of what's going on in these scenarios.
Was he talking about Chicago or DC?
Denver? Or which city are we talking about here? And I guess they're obsessed with the data. There was a shooting
at the Bud Billiken parade, along with numerous brawls. Which, for those that don't know, the I can't even say it, whatever parade is the biggest parade on the South Side to celebrate the Black history of the South Side. And every year there's a shooting and fights.
Of course, yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Have you seen the video of the new Carnival cruise that they got going on?
Dude,
it looks rough. It's a rough scene. But
Could you imagine?
Oh man, that's why I don't do cruises. I've never done a cruise. I don't think I will ever do one.
You would see You'd see one white guy with a suitcase walking towards the ship, looking up, turning around, and walking. just going right back to his car.
It's when Bart's working at the brothel and Abe Simpson walks in, puts his hat on the rack, turns around, walks right back out the door.
That would be me, dude. Are you kidding me?
Oh man, they're obsessed with the
now the carnival rules. That's racist. Did you see their new rules?
Yeah, they don't allow like hip hop music anymore.
It's like no flat brim hats, no hip hop.
Yes, it is racist.
You can't bring your own portable speaker.
No purple drinks. No drinks the color purple.
No more malt liquor. It's all IPAs and
They are fully obsessed with this crime stat that is happening, and you were right on the money, which is number one, most major cities and police departments not reporting crimes like they used to prior to George Floyd. But not only that, the FBI isn't even collecting the statistics anymore.
And the caveat to all of this, these numbers, minus 31% in Oakland? Yeah, right. From last year, which was the peak.
Yeah,
record-breaking year of crime.
We're still like 10% above where we were in 2019 on all these crime rates nationally.
I think we're even now. So, like, dude, okay, there was a giant spike.
And it was DC. They were obsessed with how lowest rate of crime in 30 years, homicides down to 32%, robberies down to 39%, armed carjackings down 53%, and assaults with dangerous weapons down 27%, all compared to 2023. And they fail to mention the fact that 2020 through 2025 are way above anywhere we were at in 2019. It's hard to imagine now, but 2019, we used to live in a normal society. It's crazy.
They enforced laws.
That's right. Criminals went to jail.
We had cops.
We had cops on the streets.
Yeah, you're right. The criminal went to jail, not the cop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now we're like, one guy died of fentanyl, so we sent 5 cops to jail. Well, that was 2020. That was the new normal. Poor Tao, dude. I'll
never forget. Say his name, Tao, man. Yeah, and now we got no money to fight crime in Denver and major cities around the country. And so what are we doing as a result? Well, we're just not reporting the crime anymore. And we're getting very angry when the president's like, I'm going to send in some reinforcements to help you guys fight this crime. Oh, well, that's racist, man.
It's so racist. Ted Cruz had a great proposal. I don't know if you saw this.
I did not actually.
For solving a lot of these, it would actually, in my opinion, it would solve a lot of problems we have today with everything. Get rid of property tax for single home owners.
All right.
You own your house, you live in your house, no property tax. BlackRock, you're paying, you're paying upwards of 10 to 15% property tax on all the homes you own.
Love that. Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good idea.
Yes, absolutely.
Ted Cruz, man, I know he's so hard to listen to. He's so annoying. But he's a really smart guy. He's a really smart guy.
He is difficult to like.
Very difficult to like.
And I give it to him. I like Ted Cruz, but he's difficult for me to accept.
I think it's because he's smarter than you, and he lets you, like, he knows it, and you know he knows it. He's just snobby like that, you know?
Yeah, and you know what, though? I wish we had more Ted Cruzes in Congress and in the Senate. Can't we have smart people like that who who are well-read in something like the Constitution? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it would be
the Constitution.
More Ted Cruz, less Jasmine Crockett, I think, should be our
racist,
goal
dude.
going
you
forward.
Pick a black woman, dude.
Because she's the only face and name of the Democratic Party right now. It's her, and then they have Beto O'Rourke doing live shows where he's just swearing into a microphone and cussing left and right. That's his whole thing.
Real question. Has Beto ever won an election?
No, he's a loser. He's actually a full... He's a total...
Held any office?
No, he's a complete loser. This guy is a loser. He needs to read...
Beto! I was class president.
Shaw, did you see me play the bass, bro? Come on, dude! I'm Beto!
Why does he keep popping up every election? He never wins.
He's the Stacey Abrams of the whites on the left side, right? They got Stacey Abrams.
Did she ever win? No, she won though once, right?
No, she's never won anything, dude.
No.
That's why it's absurd that she got that like $2 billion contract from U.S. Aid for that group that she runs that doesn't do anything because she's won nothing in her life. She's accomplished nothing.
Wow. God, it's good to be a Democrat.
It's just, dude, being a race hustler in the modern era, dude, I wish I could go back in time and like do like a 23andMe, capture some percentage of some sort of distant bloodline that's in me, and then ride that wave, man, to just millionaire status.
Dude, you're right, because even Colin Kaepernick made more money off of race hustling than he ever did football.
Yeah,
and he was
dude,
a terrible football player.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. No, the race hustling, man. That's Stacey Abrams just race hustles. That's all she does. Every time there's an election, she pops up on CNN and talks about how the elections are rigged and stolen and they're disproportionately not fair for communities of color. And then she disappears into the shadows and then reemerges in the midterms. That's Stacey Abrams. And
just the community of color thing is so racist.
I know.
Because then you're saying everybody in this neighborhood, or everybody that's this color, is their own community, and they all have shared life experiences, and like, that's not true at all. A black kid who grew up in Arlington Heights has way more in common with me and you than any black kid in the city.
Absolutely, man.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
We remember we had that one black kid in our school. He did great. He did fantastic. He's living a great life, man. We remember Rick Thompson. Come on, man. Everybody remembers that guy.
I was just thinking, what was that one black dude's name? There was literally like 3 black guys, and one of them ended up in prison for killing a white girl with heroin.
I think that was Rick Thompson, if I'm not mistaken. What's funny is we had one black guy. It was Rick Thompson. But then we also had a small white guy named Rick Thompson. It was really bizarre.
No.
Like, yeah, we had 2, and I played football with both of them. They were both on the football team. And I'll let the audience decipher in their own minds which Rick Thompson made the A team. All right, I'll let you think about it. Was it black Rick Thompson or little white guy Rick Thompson?
I'll also let you decide who carried the varsity team on his back. The team of white guys.
Yeah.
The playbook, every play was just give ball to black guy.
Thompson. Just dish it to Thompson.
Take it to the outside because these guys can't block.
But yeah, dude, Beto does nothing. Stacey Abrams does nothing. But what a life for Beto. I just watched like 2 clips of the guy. He's doing a tour right now because they're all hot and bothered over this situation in the Congress in Texas.
It's so stupid.
And now I guess the senators in Texas, the Democratic senators have left their session. So now Texas is just like not doing governance, apparently, which is great. And then they got Beto out there, who I guess is their spokesperson. The guy has...
I wish I could just be like, hey, boss, yeah, I don't like what you're doing at this company. I'm just going to go flee for a couple days.
Yes, dude, seriously, man.
Flee to another state. Let me know when you do exactly what I want, and then I'll come back, you know?
Yeah, also, this isn't how it's supposed to work. I mean, unfortunately for you guys, you don't have the majority or whatever is going down in Texas, so deal with it. You're going to lose your vote, all right? Get it next time. Do better in the next election, and then rewrite the laws, all right?
Well, let me ask you something. This is like the 3rd time I can remember them doing this. How many times have you heard about the Republicans in Illinois fleeing Illinois to Texas?
Oh, great call. I've never heard of that, actually.
Never, right? And it's way more unfair, and they're way more outnumbered here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. It's crazy. How's that fighting for your constituents, you know? You're not even there to fight. You ran away from the fight. Literally ran away.
It's very childish. That's all I'm going to say. I think it's extremely childish and lame, and I can't believe that this is allowed.
That's the Democrats, man. They are childish.
Right? And then again, they send out Beto O'Rourke. Beto! Man, I'm going to take your guns. Not going to take your guns, bro. Come on.
There's a reason why when the 22-year-old at work tells me he's a Democrat or a liberal, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. It's all right, man. You know? When the 40-year-old tells me, it's like, what do you mean?
I ran into an issue today. I noticed we were doing some work in the warehouse, and it's a full team effort, so I like to toss some of my podcast ideas, you know, out into the free zone, see how the ideas, you know, just toss them out there. And so the whole somehow, and maybe I even brought it out, but the flying dildo circus that's going on in WNBA kind of popped into the conversational zone. And I started tossing out some of my ideas. And I was like, hey, you know, the t-shirt gun, the bazooka gun, you know, you start blasting some dildos out there, or, you know, whatever, t-shirts with the dildos. No, it was great. I got 2 guys I knew straight chuckling, laughing, enjoying the convo, totally down with the silliness of the idea. You know, I brought up the racing dildo mascots, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing. The whole thing, dude. Yeah, I brought it all out there.
So then you could even have the midget in the butt plug.
That's right. Yeah. All right, man. But I was going through, and one of the guys like, disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting what these people are doing there to these girls. Absolutely disgusting. And I thought,
what a fag.
All I thought about was, well, here's 2 points to this. Number 1, I know some of you guys are liberals. You voted for Kamala. So I already know that there is like a 75% of the topics in my mind I simply can't even talk about. I can't even, these thoughts and words can't even leave my mind. So automatically, every day I am stuck with traversing like 25% of the topics in the world that I can maybe have a conversation with you guys, small talk, and let's make it lively and humorous. And I got a tiny sliver of a pool to pick from here. And you know what? I thought, hey, dildos at the WNBA game. That's silly. That's hilarious. Nope. The liberal in the group instantly sourpuss face and, I'm disappointed and disgusted. And it's like, dude, you people can't have fun. You do you enjoy anything anymore?
Dude, no. Actually, my favorite part about the South Park episodes is these liberals are mad that the right is not getting mad at the South Park episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, because these people have a sense of humor, right?
Yeah. I think
when South Park makes fun of Charlie Kirk's reaction is, "Oh my God, I can't believe I made it onto South Park.
I know.
I made it." You know?
Yes.
What I mean?
It's his profile picture on X now.
Yes.
Cartman.
It would be mine too.
Same.
You know how much I would love to be on South Park? Like make fun of me. You know what I mean? That's hilarious.
It's considered an honor to be mocked or satirized by professional comedians. It means you've made it. You've entered the zeitgeist. You're in the conversation of the world. You know, congratulations.
You are influential enough that they think they need to make fun of you. Like that is.
And by the way, as if we don't talk enough about Trump or he's not on enough channels, South Park is like, we're going to dedicate one episode a week now to this guy.
It's so funny. Oh, the whole thing. Trump,
Yes.
and then the little JD Vance.
Yeah, so funny. I even saw a still of that on some article and I burst out laughing. It's so hilarious.
so
Just little JD next to Trump. It's just too hilarious.
Perfect. They nailed it. They nailed it. It's so funny.
Yeah, man. No, and what's amazing is I wonder how the liberals are taking this, because I did hear some liberal folk I work with talk about the South. Like, hey, did you see that new South Park? They got him good, eh? Yeah, they got him good. And it's like, it's a comedy show.
It's funny, yeah.
And they made fun of the president, which comedy shows used to do up until 4 years ago.
Yes, they used to make fun of every president. Remember
Yes.
Bush? Remember Clinton? Remember... Well, I guess it ended with Obama, because you couldn't make fun of Obama.
No, they did the snook up the snatch,
they
man.
did.
They had the
Yeah,
nuke in Hillary's pussy, and Obama and him and McCain were buddies secretly, which is weirdly probably the truth about what was going on.
One of my favorite scenes, when one gives his acceptance speech, one gives his concession speech, and then they both go behind the curtain, and there's like, I can't believe they fell for it.
Exactly, dude.
Fucking the best moment.
And maybe South Park giving us a hint at the true reality of the political game
100%.
around us, and
100%.
kind of really paints the picture as to why Trump is so hated universally by the politicians and the celebrities, man. He's the first guy to go in there who isn't in on the gig, right? So,
you know why they hate him? Is because even the Pod Save America guys are having to admit that you might hate what he's doing, which they hate what he's doing, but he has done more than any other president.
Absolutely.
They're saying he's probably going to be one of the most influential.
We watched that clip and it was CNN, and they were full on describing how he's on par with FDR as far as how he's changing America for the better. I mean, not a lot of guys get compared to FDR. I'm gonna throw that out there, right?
Good call.
It's amazing that the freak out is still continuing with these people on the left, and he's currently running a solid performance in my book as far as what we're experiencing with the MAGA movement. But the left is still freaking out, and Jimmy Kimmel went on Sarah Silverman's podcast to discuss how he
oh
god
no Jimmy,
celebrities are
please.
threatened.
How will we ever survive without Jimmy Kimmel? Jesus Christ.
So Jimmy Kimmel has gone out there, and apparently he went and got his Italian citizenship, which I believe you and I could get for about $300, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but why would you? America's the greatest place on earth.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm living here, man.
That's the best part. You never hear anybody who like, oh, Joe Biden won, I'm moving to Canada. I'm moving to Ireland. I'm moving to England. You know what I mean? Not everybody because the people on the right love America, they're not going anywhere.
We're patriots.
Jimmy Kimmel, Rosie O'Donnell and all these people, Ellen DeGeneres, they love America, right? But then as soon as the wrong guy's in office, they leave.
Yes. Yeah, man. And they actually hate half of America. That's what's wrong with them.
Oh, 100%.
They don't love all America. They just love the part of America that subscribes to their social equity ideologies.
I believe, what was it, Trump who said they don't hate me, they hate you or something
yes.
like that?
Yes.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
Absolutely. We're the deplorables, man. They hate
the
us.
Deplorables.
Yes. They hate all the deplorables. It's not Trump. It's those of us that support the man. And
that was another one. Remember Adorable, Deplorable?
Yes.
All the woman made?
Yes.
Like, the right just knows how to do it, The left can't handle it.
No, well, again, left no sense of humor. You need a sense of humor to troll and to meme and to, have fun and take a joke, right? So
They did the pussy hats.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's so wrong with these WNBA people, man. Embrace the dildo. Make the joke your own, and then you'll destroy the joke, Otherwise, the more you react in a negative way to it, the worse it is.
They should come out and just start throwing them into the crowd.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, that's what I'm talking about the other day.
You're right.
Do the dildo toss to bring up the, I don't know, whatever. Embrace it or be devoured by it. That's what's going to happen with this whole dildo thing. It's just...
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, no, it's all good.
I can't think of two people that I want to listen to less.
We don't even have to listen to it. I think we actually fully covered it, to be totally honest. I might have a synopsis that I wrote out here. Yeah, here we go. I'll give you the lowdown. Comedian Jimmy Kimmel revealed on Sarah Silverman's podcast that he recently obtained Italian citizenship, citing concerns about the state of the U.S. under President Donald Trump's second term. Kimmel, a vocal Trump critic and Democratic supporter, first shared this at an event in Los Angeles in June, attributing his citizenship to his grandmother's Italian heritage from Canada. I knew he was Canadian. That's why I don't like this guy. I had a feeling.
Not even American. The fuck out of here, Jimmy.
The discussion touched on other celebrities like Rosie O'Donnell and Ellen DeGeneres, who have reportedly left the U.S. following Trump's 2024 election victory. Trump has warned that Kimmel's show could face cancellation following Stephen Colbert's announced exit in 2026. So he was on there with Sarah Silverman, very quiet and kind of boring podcast, but they, were discussing Exodus and how awful times are. That's what really I was obsessed with. They threaded throughout their conversation how we're living in the worst of times and everything is terrible. And I don't understand how you can maintain that perspective when clearly things are cheaper than they were 3 years ago.
Like, I'll say it again, maybe not cheaper, but they haven't gone up.
Yeah,
the
maybe
stopped.
Maybe it all feels better because I walk into Target and there's no tuck swimwear staring me in the face when I walk in. Maybe that's part of why I feel better. Like on the 4th of July, we had American flags and fireworks going on, and nobody celebrated Pride Month. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm feeling a little bit better about where we're at.
Well, see, I feel better because now I'm in Indiana, a Republican state. You're not gonna believe this, dude. I could go to Walgreens and just pick things off the shelf. Nothing's locked up behind glass. I don't have to fucking wait for the worker. It's crazy.
Man, no way, dude. Living the high life in Indiana. Ranked not the highest spot. They did a ranking of the states, and I noticed Indiana kind of in the lower percentile there in the 40s. Colorado, it was like a Nerd Wallet or something. They ranked the states based on affordability and niceness and all this stuff, and Indiana was ranked lower with all the other Republican places. Let me tell you this, it was a politically skewed list. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I'm sure it was, dude. Because my argument with everybody back in Illinois is, listen, 20 years ago, Indiana sucked compared to Illinois, and it made sense why it was so much cheaper.
Right.
Now, it's on par with Illinois, if not better, and it's still cheaper. So I don't want to hear anybody talk about anything.
No, I'm right on with you, man. I've personally been noticing here in Colorado, I think things are cheaper. Dude, I swear gas is like $1 cheaper than it was a year ago. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I think I was just so angry with Joe Biden. All I could think about was please, just don't kill Trump before November. That's all I was thinking about a year ago.
I don't pay for gas, so I don't know.
Right on the money. Well, Mike, we've beat around the bush. There's a lot of serious news going on out there in the world, and I don't think I can really wait till the next hour to get it out there. I mean, we've been talking about it nonstop. I'm almost disgusted with the topic, but it seems like we took a bit of a break, so we got to dive back into it. It's the controversy, maybe not controversy, it's the story of the year. Story of the year.
This morning, a new era for Taylor Swift. This is my brand new album.
Breaking the internet. She revealed the highly anticipated follow-up to her record-breaking Eras Tour, which sold over $2 billion worth of tickets. Now, the world's biggest pop star...
$2 billion, bro! Yeah!
Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude, she owns an island, man. She has an island.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's called Little St. James. I don't know if there's anything weird going on there or anything.
Damn. Is she still with Travis?
Yeah, she announced this album on his podcast he does with his bro.
Wow.
Yeah. So we don't know the actual cover of the album yet. That is yet to be released. But everybody's excited. Emma's excited.
So I'm making my prediction now. Chiefs win the next Super Bowl. He proposes to her at the ceremony.
Yes! All right! Yeah! I love it, man.
Put your money in. Put your money in now.
I'm all in. I'm throwing down the cashola on Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. Absolutely.
I should bet like $10 right now.
I'm doing I'm going all in, man. 100 just for you, man.
Do a hundo for me, man. Yeah.
It sucks because I think they're already somewhat favored. They're probably in the upper echelon of favoritism.
Didn't they go 3 times in a row?
They won 3 times in a row.
They won 2.
Right. They got crushed in the last one.
They're going 4 in a row. Well, maybe. I'd put my money on it just because of the Taylor Swift.
I'm thinking the Taylor Swift announcement, and I love where you're at because a lot of rumors out there are claiming Travis and her have been seen house shopping.
Whoa.
Which is kind of weird because they both own
mansions.
like multiple mansions. I mean, she has a literal island. She owns an island on top of her other homes.
Well, she's shopping for a home to keep Travis at.
Right, yes.
Good to visit the island, but where are you going to stay, you know?
I was reading a thing on Candace Owens today. She's apparently really kind of freaking out, I think, about this whole lawsuit with the Macrons. Apparently, it's going to cost like several millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah. Dude, they're coming at you with the best lawyers
in the world, right?
They have the financial backing of France.
No!
You have a podcast.
Dude, so I thought, though, but apparently Candace with her husband, they have like $200 million in assets or something. Whoa. And they own, and I was blown away.
And Ben Shapiro's the Jew?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think apparently Candace Owens has like 4 or 5 different mansions.
Oh, man, really?
Yes. Yeah, like all over the world, man. Her and her husband, I don't know what her husband does, but
he's really rich, right?
Yes.
I thought he was like an owner of something.
He may even be like real estate or something on that level. I mean, the dudes, they got a lot of money, is what I'm trying to say. Candace Owens is not struggling for the dough, and she's out there like asking for money or for stuff from Trump and all this help, and eagle-eyed sleuths on the interwebs are out there saying like, hey lady, it looks like you own like 11 different mansions around the country and your net worth is like $500 million or something. Like, you and your husband don't seem to be struggling at all, and you could probably afford to go through with this, considering when the lawsuit was dropped, or at least the announcement was dropped, you doubled down. You could have just walked away. I mean, from a podcasting perspective, there is no conspiracy theory out there that's worth getting sued millions of dollars over. I mean, trust me, I love a good
Big Mike
conspiracy theory. I really do. And I'm willing to go pretty far on the evidence and the ideas that there's a major piece of dong swinging between those thighs. But I'm not going to double down and stake my entire fortune on, ensuring that people know that Big Mike has a Big Johnson.
Dude, she's married to like the whitest of the whites.
They all are, dude.
So funny. His name is George Farmer.
Yes, Farmer. That's right.
He was born in London, England.
Yes.
Right, 2 years after me, by the way. Man, I'm a failure.
Yeah, you suck, bro.
His father was Lord Michael Farmer. I don't even know how to say this word. His father holds a life peerage in the House of Lords,
Wow.
the upper chamber of the United Kingdom's Parliament. Lord Michael has acquired a significant wealth from his career as a businessman and politician.
Okay. So now we know where she got all these mansions around the world. Yeah, they have like 2 mansions in the UK. She has like sub mansions in like Delaware, Florida. She's got a residence in Colorado Springs here in Colorado. And I mean, when I saw the list, I'm like, who needs that many houses? Like, how? First of all, Candace Owens, I always thought was just a podcaster and probably a millionaire, but I didn't see her having that big of a fortune. Obviously, it's from the husband, but still, if Candace Owens and her husband have that many homes, mansions, how many mansions does Bill Gates have or Elon Musk? Like,
Good call.
I'd like to know how many houses and properties and estates all these super elite wealthy have, man.
Well, I heard like legally on the books, Elon Musk doesn't own a house.
What?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
He's a genius, dude. That's, in my opinion, that's always that's a guy who knows how to work our federal system and the tax system and everything, man.
I think he just buys houses for people and then lives in them.
Wait, what, dude?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's for all the women he's impregnated.
Could be.
He's fathered like 14 kids with 10 different chicks or something, so probably as a deal, shacks them up in a nice little residence in their choosing, a place of their choosing, and then he can go hang out whenever he feels like.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so he did for a while. For like the longest time, he didn't own a house. But then when he moved to Austin, he bought 3 houses that combined as a compound for $35 million.
Damn, that's it?
I know, that's crazy.
That's all you need to buy multiple homes on a block to create a compound?
Yeah, $35 million.
What? Man, I'm gonna start saving up, dude. I might have a chance.
Never
At all.
That's why you'll never have a cult.
I know, that's right.
Can't have a cult without a compound.
You need a compound for the cult, man.
Have to, yeah.
Yeah, or I think ultimately to run a successful cult, you need to have a handler in the CIA. I think that's how it works most times.
Well,
yeah.
First you get the handler, then you get the compound. You know, it's all procedure.
You just and I think ultimately this is how I think Epstein gets involved with these 3-letter agencies and Manson, and this is the Manson-Epstein connection here. I hope you're ready for this spectrum.
I can't wait.
I think you just have to be a whack job loony in your own right, in your own lane, and then the 3-letter agencies identify you as this nut job in your own realm, and then they tap you to kind of do what they need. You know, like I'm willing to bet Epstein was just like this sleazebag hornball who loved banging teenage chicks when he got a massage, and then he started making a ton of money and laundering some money with some big cat players. Then the CIA or somebody, FBI, got their claws on him, and they're like, okay, we're going to start utilizing you and the people you know, and we're going to start filming everything.
Yeah.
Manson.
Maybe.
Manson
you don't think
was,
they turn him crazy?
Well, like Manson was getting arrested and was like losing his mind for a minute in San Francisco, and he has this crazy rap sheet of arrest records and all this stuff, but every time he got arrested, they let him go.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All of that was after they experimented on him. Wasn't he part of like some experiment?
I was thinking, yeah, he did do some experimentation and all that, but I think at the time he was like a vagabond, kind of loony bin kind of guy, just kind of making his way through the world, and then he sort of made his way to San Francisco, and the CIA, I feel like, identified like, oh, this nut job's perfect. We're gonna start jacking up this nut job. You know, I think you have to be a weirdo in your own right, and then they grab onto you.
I'm sure they like go around trying to get people, and it's only like a certain type is actually going to fall for it. And
right.
For it, you know
yeah.
What I mean? Yeah. You're
so
right.
Like,
you're probably right. Yeah.
Epstein
they probably attract.
You know, like you have to have a certain mentality or be a type of person and kind of a sicko weird guy, you know, for them to kind of like tap into you and then manipulate you and manipulate your desires in order to make you do what they want for them, you know. And then on the other side of the and then you spit out this Manson, who's a cult leader, and you spit out Epstein, who kind of also similar to Manson, a posse of chicks that, he's letting dudes come and bang, and then he's controlling the dudes, and, it's kind of a similar scenario, really. 3-letter agency and nut jobs, man. So if you ever find yourself going off the edge a little bit and getting a little crazy, be careful about who you meet. You may run into a handler of the, the CIA or something.
Stay out of Virginia.
Yeah, that's right. Don't go shopping for ladders in Butler, Pennsylvania. All right, let me just throw that out there. Oh man, Mike, I can't believe I'm saying it. This is the fastest hour in the universe. Ain't no doubt about it. I want to thank everybody for hanging out, enjoying the good times and great oldies. D-Day, thanks for blowing us up in the chat. We love it. And we have so much more. We barely scratched the surface on the docket. I was just hoping we mostly got the Taylor Swift in there. That was my number one concern.
Thank God.
Absolutely. DJ Rodfather here, playing us some tunes for the intermission. We will be back with a whole slate of good stuff.
Man, I thought I had it, but I didn't.
It's out. We got nothing. The jukebox is out of quarters, I think. Man, I just said two things that don't even exist anymore in people's lives. Jukeboxes and quarters, right?
Quarters.
No, that's how old I am.
We'll just go with this one. Sorry.
All right, I love it.
Dropped the ball. I had the live version by accident.
And
live, I wanted to play.
Live is no good. Live is no good.
It was like 9 minutes.
Yeah, it's never good.
Think about myself, and then there she was, like double cherry pie. Yeah, there she was, like disco superfly. I smell sex and candy here. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Dig it. Hanging around downtown by myself, and I've had too much caffeine, and I was thinking about myself, and then there she was, in platform double suede. Yeah, there she was, like disco lemonade. I smell sex and candy here. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah. I smell sex and candy here. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this must be my dream.
Oh, yeah. Nice and mellow. Very nice. Feel like we've recently played that one, actually. I can't remember, but I dig the Sex and Candy. Very nice.
Caught me off guard. Sex and Candy is like sex with Mike. Too fast. Too fast. It's over before you need it.
Yeah.
Good show. Good shit. Good shit.
Very fast, actually. I mean, that was like a 2-minute banger or something, man. That's how they used to write them back in the day.
Yeah, they got that point out. Well, hey, man, look, sorry, it killed me. Good news, dude. Passed the test.
Hey, all right. Oh, yeah. Production crew can't figure out the buttons here.
I was predicting I got an 80. I got 79. So
Damn, man. No
Not
80?
bad,
What
not
happened?
bad.
What,
it's a hard test.
Yeah, it's multiple choice, right?
It's multiple choice. Plus, my problem is I knew it was going to be like, I definitely know, I know more about one topic of plumbing than most plumbers, but then less about like general plumbing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of that test, you learn that stuff on the job. Like it's just embedded in your head. But I never actually plumb. I'm just dealing with drains and sewers. So what are you going to do?
So you're not actually a plumber.
Like the guy, like the guy who delivers our parts used to work for, he's like, he's a Hispanic guy. Not sure of the legal status, but
you'll know if you see Tom Homan sniffing around your parts there.
But he used to work for a pool company, and so he knows more about pools than I do. I don't know shit about pools, so I know I got all those pool questions wrong.
Oh wow, crazy! I didn't even ever think about how with plumbing you probably get specialty with it, right?
There's so many different,
So there isn't like general plumber?
No, there is. Everybody's kind of a general plumber. But like I don't even have a pro press on my truck. That's the tool you use to crimp copper pipe because nobody solders anymore.
Really? There's no soldering anymore? Damn.
Nah, you do solder, but now that's just bosses want the pro press because you avoid any mistakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's idiot proof.
Nice. Yeah.
But like I don't even have one on my truck. But at the same time, I have every size camera. Most guys don't. Most guys don't even have one camera.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I did notice when I had my water heater debacle, it was like basically 2 or 3 different guys who had their own specialty. The one guy, he was the camera guy. And then the other dude, he was working the heater, and he had all the info on the water heater. So I guess I did notice that, but I always thought the plumber was just the general plumber, right?
No, you do have them. Like we got guys that do everything, but if you would have to have a truck so big,
right, yeah,
to carry every tool every plumber ever needs.
Good call. So
you got like our underground crew. Like they're carrying shovels and picks and 6-inch bands and like jackhammer. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah.
Why would I carry a jackhammer? I know
Right.
Nobody else carries a jackhammer.
Yeah.
On
Good
their
call.
truck, like no way. Your truck would have to be. You need an 18-wheeler. That's why you should see our shop. Like it's crazy, but
Probably massive, filled with excellent materials and equipment.
But we do have the guys who just have like the general tools, and they can go to any job site. Like they could go to an underground and work there, but they don't have any shovels.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you always have to have that one guy that does specialize in that because he's the guy that shows up with the partner saw, the jackhammer, shovels.
So you lucked out here. You became camera guy.
I don't know how I won the lottery. I don't know how I did
Who
it.
doesn't want to be camera guy? I mean,
I know.
I'd rather be camera guy than jackhammer guy. It
Oh,
sounds a lot
dang.
easier to be camera guy.
So much easier. Yeah. Oh god, you kidding me?
Hell yeah, man. Camera guy's that's the gig, dude. That's the job you want, man.
Do you know how I ended up being camera guy? It's just nobody liked doing it really, so nobody ever really took the time to get good at it.
Wow.
That's really what it comes down to.
I
'Cause
always
everybody says it's just sticking a camera in a hole. And I say, listen, that is all I do is stick a camera in the hole. My skill is finding which hole to stick it in.
Damn.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
There's a porno joke somewhere in there. I just can't really pull it out of me in enough time.
But that's really what it is. The skill is in knowing which hole to go into.
Right on. And then you just snake it down.
Shove it in, baby.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah. No, I've always been an admirer of these trade skills and these trade groups and the jobs, and to me, I had never really even thought about it. How you eventually get to a point where you're going to specialize in your one thing, and maybe it's not that you necessarily choose it, but you decide, well, I'm going to do this task because nobody else is doing it, and then all of a sudden that just becomes your job for the rest of your life.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, like I like it happens more than you would think, where like teachers will ask me to talk to kids about my job.
Right.
Because it's always, it's always like they just want these boys to know there's options out there other than football and basketball. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna be a star. Like, I don't know. And I always tell them, like, I would have never thought that's what I would like doing. You know, they say do what you love, and then you'll never work another day. It's like,
right.
How do you even know what you're gonna like doing until you go do a bunch of shit? You know,
great call, man.
And then you just kind of, and it was one of those things where I like rotting. To me, it reminds me of like landscaping, where you're kind of just by yourself with the machine. I got my headphones in. I'm in the zone. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I liked doing it. So, when you never complain, they start giving you more jobs because everybody else is complaining about doing it. And I was just an apprentice, so I was the cheapest guy out there. So to send me to go do the rod jobs freed up the plumbers to do water heaters and the other plumbing.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
That's how I ended up doing it. And then I just, I really like doing it. I love it. I think it's awesome, dude. There's nothing better than like nobody could figure something out, and then you go out, you go there, you televise it, and you're like, there's a sewer there's a fucking manhole that they covered up with this new playground. Somebody buried it and forgot about it, and it's fucking right here. It's 2 feet underneath this brand new playground, and they literally have to like cut it up, the new fucking rubber and everything, and you're sitting there because you're sweating, because if there's nothing there, you're an asshole.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But then when you see that manhole come out of the dirt, you're like, damn.
You're the hero.
The genius.
The genius. Yeah. Well, that's good times, man.
That's about all you want to hear about plumbing.
Oh, no, I love it. I'm here for the plumbing. I love it. And, I like the specialty work, man. That's interesting to me. And it's outside of my realm.
I mean, they were building they're building the Obama Center, Obama Library.
Yes.
They had to update all the sewers to accommodate the new, the new drainage from there. And when they did it, they didn't know that they cut off a 120-year-old sewer coming from a school.
Oh my god! Wow.
You know what I mean? And dude, they put this brand new sewer in, brand new road, sidewalks. You know what I mean? Electrical vault where the electric was running. Like it was, dude. And I'm standing out there, and I spray paint an X in the middle of the brand new road, and I'm like, "You guys broke the pipe right here." And I had like,
no way, man.
Dude, every fat guy in a pickup truck came with his fucking chest out, boss of whatever. And I would, dude, every guy would introduce himself as, "I'm Bob. I'm the general contractor over at whatever." Every single one of them, I was like, "I'm Mike. I'm a nobody." This is where you broke the pipe.
That's when you declare yourself the Rodfather. You need business cards that said Rodfather on it, man. Like the Godfather symbol from the cover, with the hand controlling the puppet strings, but it says Rodfather.
And it's controlling a rodder.
Yes, yeah, that's right, yeah. You got
so
it,
funny,
man.
That's why the job's awesome.
No, it's kick-ass, dude. When we had those mononet fiber guys stomping around the neighborhood and installing the new internet fiber around here, the dude, before they dug, just kind of we were doing the show, and I had to I found a guy in my backyard. I'm like, "What are you doing here? Who are you? Like, why are you here?" And he was basically doing the spray lines. And
the locate.
It's really nice, actually, because I didn't really know kind of where a lot of my stuff was in the yard. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't 100% sure on, where the cable line was going, or the different electrical. And this guy just showed up one day with a spray can and just like did all these markings in my lawn, and now I know exactly where everything is laid out in my backyard. It's actually kind of nice.
Did you take a picture?
No, I have it in here. It's all right. Yeah. Well, no, I don't plan on planting anything or building anything where he drew those lines. And luckily, the one tree we planted in the back, we put a peach tree in there a couple of years ago, and it's way off to the side of where the cable line goes, so it's not growing into anything. So we lucked out. And then the dudes were just here with the plumbing, and they told us our plumbing's totally fine leading out to the street. So I feel satisfied now that I've had some spray paint work done in my yard. It made me kind of more aware of my surroundings, right?
Now you know, but you should have taken a picture.
I should have taken a picture,
for reference later.
I know, I don't plan ahead like that. Yeah, but I'm living in Denver here, where we got the fiber internet being installed, where we're looking into the future. And I know it didn't make any real national press whatsoever, but Denver has decided to look at a nuclear option for power at the Denver International Airport, which I thought was really actually pretty cool. And I can't believe I'm saying this. For the first time, some good news coming out of Denver. Right?
Yeah, all right, celebration. Where's the...
Yeah, there it is.
All right, they're spending your money wisely.
Yeah, so they're saying that DEI is growing and they need to meet these energy needs, and they want to install these small, compact reactors. I guess you probably know more about it than I do, as far as kind of like what they use in the nuclear subs, right? Stuff like that, I imagine. Oh, yeah. And so they were talking about putting this bad boy in. It would cost like $1.25 million. And so they're looking at all the options for doing the nuclear production at DIA. And the whole thought was, we set this up at DIA, the surrounding areas, we can build some data centers and start really exploring that and pushing our economy in a positive direction. I thought this is great. Finally. This is true progressivism, by the way. We're looking at an alternative energy source. We're progressing. Yeah. And we're talking about, creating jobs in the future and maybe making Denver kind of like a mecca of data centers and, and all that stuff.
Probably going to be a lot of Bitcoin mining.
That's what I thought. And then, of course, it was announced today, Denver's mini reactor plans delayed after pushback.
Who's pushing back?
One woman is pushing back, and I thought I had saved the picture of the lady.
Who even cares, dude? It's so far away from anybody, right?
So
if anywhere you're gonna try it, that's the place to try it, right? You're so far from anything.
I couldn't agree more, but Stacy Gilmore, she's the city council member for the District 11, which is where DIA is situated, and she was perturbed that the city didn't consult with her and her community and allow them to raise their concerns about natural resource impacts and water usage. And so she is using her authority to halt any progression on the conversations about putting in the nuclear reactor until she is consulted with the idea.
Wow.
And
what a cunt. Are you kidding me?
It's
you know what it is? She didn't get her kickback.
Right. Yes.
Man, we gotta teach you. See, the problem is your construction guys need to come learn from Chicago. Grease enough wheels,
The city council, man, is something to behold. I've talked about it before, and I think I owe it another jump just because we were discussing the nuclear reactor. So here's our city council. It's 11. It's just look at it. It's 13 members, and
all female.
9 are women. 9 of the 13 are women, and Stacey Gilmore, this is the lady denying just the conversation to build a nuclear reactor. And doesn't even want the conversation until she's included in the conversation. It's just so unbelievable to me, but this is why we are living in this world here in Colorado, because Stacey Gilmore needs to be included in the conversation.
That's crazy.
So no nukes here in Colorado. It ain't going to happen. I don't think they'll ever approve anything like that. But we
it's
are.
So crazy. We need to go nuclear. I don't understand. It's so sad that we haven't advanced it, you know?
I couldn't agree more, because we're using it in our military and Air Force, and simultaneously it was announced this week that NASA plans to put a nuclear reactor on the moon. That's
crazy.
They're
admitting there's like water and everything Alex Jones said about the moon. They're now admitting.
Really mind-blowing. Yeah, they're saying that they have is it ice or water? I think it's ice.
Ice, yeah.
That they have found. Yeah, so they've discovered ice on the moon, and they can apparently tap that water to cool the reactors, and apparently when it comes to nuclear reactors on the moon, they need less cooling because there's no atmosphere, and so the heat just goes straight into space.
Yeah, it's so cold up there.
From what I was reading, which is pretty crazy.
They probably need the cooling like when they're in the sun. You should put it on the dark side, you know?
Yeah, good call, actually. Yeah, we don't know what's going on that dark side. I think that's where the aliens live, honestly. Or it's a flat piece of cheese. I think we got to just remember that the moon is flat, people. Flat moon theory.
China's on the dark side.
So that's what I found so interesting about this whole idea with the nuke on the moon is we're apparently in a race with China and Russia. All three countries allegedly are gunning to set up a nuclear reactor on the moon so that way we could set up our own bases on the moon.
Wow.
And the reactors would obviously power up the bases, and that's how we'd live there. Live on the moon.
Damn.
I think it's pretty cool.
Have we gone to the moon then? Are we saying we went to the moon? Or
they're claiming we have been to the moon, so now
we're going to send guys to work on the moon? I don't know. It's kind of crazy that, like, you hit a golf ball, jumped back in the ship, and came home 50 years ago. And then now what, the first cruise is going to go up there and build a nuke?
They're going to build a nuke. They're saying there's some dangers from, like, moonquakes, which I didn't know was a thing, meteorites. They're saying it's going to be safer because there's no like oceans and stuff where you'd have like nuclear spills and all that jazz. But there's apparently a race to the moon right now, and Trump is allocating $10 billion to NASA for this program. And the moonshot, the goal is 2032 to be on the moon.
Wow.
Yeah. So
hey, I'm all for it. Take all that U.S. aid money. Give it to NASA.
Yeah, man. I love this because it gives us a goal, and it's now gonna push innovation.
Yes.
And it's gonna have us just geared towards something. You look back at our entire life being alive, basically. The only thing we were unified against or for was 9/11. I think that was the only thing we had.
For like a year.
It was 9/11 and then the Will Smith slap. Those are the only two things in my lifetime where we have been unified as a culture.
Nah, there was a few. OJ definitely did it.
OJ, right. Yeah, everybody was in with OJ. Okay, so the three moments in my lifetime where we unified as a society, or at least as an American culture. We put aside all our political differences, and we thought, hey, let's accomplish something together as a country, and let's do it by the end of this decade. You know, that was the Kennedy moonshot. So now we have Trump's Kennedy moment here with this moonshot. I'm a huge fan of this, man. I think, you know, we can kind of get some other Elons out of this, you know, some innovative thinkers, people to push us in a better direction, right?
Anytime you throw a lot of money at engineers, you get good things.
Yeah.
You know, like it's better than throwing it into politicians' pockets and whatever U.S. aid was doing.
And maybe, just maybe, they've reverse engineered more alien tech and they have way better tech to get us to the moon, but they don't want to admit that they got alien tech. So they're like, okay, well let's create a moonshot goal and we're gonna get to the moon by 2030. Yeah. And then 5 years into it, we're like, check out this new anti-gravitational tech we've figured out. Yeah, maybe this will get us there, and then they could slowly show us the gimbal stuff, the gimbal video with the Tic Tac. Like maybe we'll send a Tic Tac up there, and it'll get to the moon.
Did you hear about that Tic Tac? There was a leak about Lockheed Martin. I think it was Lockheed Martin.
Please enlighten me on this Tic Tac, my man. Yeah.
That they apparently developed the technology in like the 70s, and they've been developing it in secret, and it's their shit.
Of course it is. You and I have been saying this since day one, man. It was experimental, and
yeah, for sure.
They decided to fly it around some of our current fighter jets to see how it kept up. Right?
A lot of people are saying it's BS, but apparently it was leaked from a guy who worked on the project.
Which could be BS. It could be
BS. Yeah.
I've personally always thought the Tic Tac was ours, man. I think we are big on sphere technology. I think we're utilizing the spheres that everyone is seeing, that Bogota sphere in Colombia that everyone's been hyped up about, but all of a sudden we played a clip of it. Yeah, it was a sphere that they found in Colombia.
Oh, fuck that. That was so fake.
And it felt, dude, more have fallen, or like I think
fake.
it's a reconnaissance from an alien ship that's coming from the intergalactic zone, dude. They're an intergalactic kegger. They're coming here. Yeah, the intergalactic kegger's coming here, man.
It's gonna be here. All right, in Bogotas.
That's right, man. They know how to party in Bogotas, man.
I gotta schedule my flight, man.
That's right, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, but a lot of people see spheres. There's a lot of footage in the UAP, UFO realm on the dark webs out there that, it's various spheres and circular objects and tic-tac-like vehicles. And I've always thought that was our thing. That was kind of our path forward. We're probably flying spheres in and out of the planet to Mars and Jupiter and then coming back, and we don't know anything about it. Alex Jones,
unmanned or manned?
I think unmanned. I think we drone everything. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And once we figured out the drone game, I mean, really, why do we use people for anything at this point?
Good call. And why don't we have more in the ocean? You see what they found, that deeper spot in the ocean?
They found a deeper spot than what we originally thought was the deepest?
Right, like it is in the Mariana Trench still, but it's like this cave in the trench or something, or it goes deeper. Yeah.
If there's aliens, they're in the ocean. I've always believed that.
Octopus all day.
They are the aliens, yeah. All right, I can get down with that. They're very creepy, smart little guys. But yeah, the alien tech, it's us, and just like the drone show we saw in New Jersey last year for a month.
Yeah, so stupid.
It was all us, man. It's always us. If it was aliens, it would be spectacular. It'd be beyond belief. And we'd all see it. It would be worldwide.
Yeah, there'd be... Yeah.
And if you were an alien coming here, which country would you go to first?
That's a good call. Where do you go first? Maybe Bogota. Looks fun.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Not threatening.
Weather seemed nice.
You're definitely not going to go to the place with all the tanks and nuclear weapons. You're going to go...
Well, I was even thinking, have you seen shots of, Shangji, China? It looks like the future.
Oh, good call.
Cities in China look really spectacular. And then, come to the United States, take a look around some of the major cities. We don't look like we're in the future very much. It looks like we're in some sort of dystopian past.
Looks like we're still
about.
In the 90s.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. So, if you're an alien race and you get here and you got these three major, you got North America, you got Asia, which is Russia and China. I'm thinking you're going to the Asian continent.
Maybe.
And they look more superior just from an aesthetic perspective.
They look more alien, too.
Yes, the Asians. Yes, they look
more.
They have
the more exactly. Alien eye,
hairless, right?
Hairless, yeah. You're a good call. Plus, you're looking at China and Japan. They're like bowing at each other. They're all in line. They're doing everything.
So much more sophisticated. You know, we're Neanderthal morons here in America. Like, we are buffoons in the cave, man.
Did you zoom in on America? We got our fentanyl zombies.
Yeah, just like leaning on the streets and construction projects not finishing, and we don't even have complete roads here in Colorado. Our roads aren't even completely finished.
Sir, we sent this drone out 5 years ago, and the Kennedy was under construction. It's still under construction. and that guy is still in traffic, losing his mind.
So like you watch that, you're like, well, this is clearly an underdeveloped society, so we should go more towards Asia. Yeah,
they're trying. They're not Africa. They're in the middle.
In the middle.
But no, Asia.
Right, dude. So, like, if I'm aliens, man, I'm checking in with the Chinese first. Maybe hitting up the Russians, because they just have sheer land mass.
Japanese, I mean.
Japanese as well, yeah.
How do you do so much with so little, you know? That's
exactly, right.
amazing.
Yeah. It is amazing, dude. And so, like, yeah, just the general craftsmanship of their architecture. Like, as an alien, I would be drawn to Asia, and I'd want to talk to them first, because they would seem like the most reasonable group of people as well.
Good call, yeah.
I mean,
you can negotiate with them. I mean,
Yes.
we're shooting you because you didn't put the fries in the right bag. You know what I mean? Like, coming in with haymakers because you ran out of forks.
Yeah,
Tearing your store up.
We got fat black women here beating the crap out of each other. You know, we'll go to Asia. We'll check out what they're up to.
We got kids ransacking 7-Eleven.
Yeah, dude. And just even the general, just the fast food everywhere. We just have fat whales wobbling around all over the place. Like, we're a disgusting country, man. We're idiots, dude. We're so dumb and like lazy and fat and slow and sloppy. And so if I'm an alien, I'm skipping over North America and I'm heading over to Asia, see what they're up to, how advanced they are as a society.
I just don't want to catch what they have. I don't know what that.
Well, yeah, because apparently,
Go to Asia.
yeah, that's right. Apparently, every 2 years there's something coming out of Asia. So yeah, did you did you happen to catch the breaking news this week when it comes to China?
I'm halfway through the name already.
Oh, I love it, man! Chikungunya! Yeah, it's the best virus in the history of viruses. So they got a new disease. It's sweeping China. It's spread by mosquitoes. So we know Bill Gates is involved on some level here.
Sure.
They're calling
He was
this...
literally genetically engineering mosquitoes last year, and then now you have a story of this crazy virus from... Come on, people.
Chikungunya, I think that's how you pronounce it. Let's see here. They've
Bill Gates backwards.
That's right. Yeah, dude. It is in the Guangdong province. Guangdong province. Mosquito-borne disease spread from Taiwan to Hong Kong. And they're reporting cases in Europe at this point. So we got to watch out. Nothing severe, no death. And I love just the hype, man. We haven't had any of this in like 4 years. So we're back. Trump is president. We need another pandemic.
Breaking tonight, a viral outbreak in China prompts the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
We got this virus that we dropped in China. Bring out the CIA guy to talk about it on Fox News. The guy who totally doesn't look like a CIA agent.
And everybody loves to do Fox News versus CNN, and they're all on the same team, man. Fox News broke this week. Like, these were this is the first major news.
It's the CIA's turn. You know,
right,
Hannity, the FBI, they'll get it.
Give it to the FBI later. Yeah, that's right.
Where's Cooper? We'll get it.
More CIA. Good call. Absolutely. Yeah, bring in Cooper.
The CDC to issue a travel warning. More than 7,000 cases of this disease have been reported so far. State Department correspondent Jillian Turner has details tonight, live from the State Department. Good evening, Jillian.
Good evening, Brett. The CDC,
they had to give you a number of cases. They couldn't do percentage because 7,000 in a country of 1 billion. They didn't have enough room on the Chiron from that many zeros after the decimal. Point 0.00000000001% of China has this virus.
More people probably died of COVID this year in China than of this chikungunya.
More people died from jumping off the Apple factory.
That's right.
This fucking
chikungunya.
Americans traveling to China about chikungunya. It is a
chikungunya,
virus that spreads to humans through infected mosquito
racist.
bites. It can cause severe illness with symptoms that mimic pretty closely dengue fever and Zika virus, mostly found in Africa. Here's what the CDC
Oh, remember
says
Zika
about-
virus? That
Yes!
was the little
heads,
right?
man.
Yeah. Oh, they're going way back.
Yeah. They're getting old school with this one, man.
Trump's making America great again, dude. We are in the 90s. Zika virus is back. I'm seeing girls in baggy pants. I got Zika in the news.
Yeah. We're
Man.
celebrating boobs and beer is popular again, man. We're there. Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a good decade, you know?
About it. They say most people infected get better within a week. However, some can have severe joint pain for months to years. Other symptoms
those are called
include severe
Democrats.
fever and fatigue. The
Same
outbreak
people that
now
got
is
long
in China.
COVID.
Chikungunya. We got nothing for that one.
Okay, so 7,000 out of 1 billion caught it. And
That's right.
most people get better within a week.
Yeah, you might have some soreness in your joints for a couple months.
State of emergency, lock it down.
Lock it down.
Pfizer, get a vaccine.
Did you see what they were doing in China, though? I think I have a little bit of it here if I go forward. Yeah, I do. All right. So this is what they did with COVID. We were hearing all the news about COVID, and then on CNN, they'd show stock footage of, like, two bodies in a body bag on the street and a guy with, like, the hazmat suit, like, spraying smoke around it. And, you know, like, they did this whole theatrical thing with the outbreak, and they're doing the exact same thing here with the chikungunya.
Insect repellent blasts for people entering the area. Mandatory property checks for stagnant water, which attracts mosquitoes, and when found, is now punishable by fines or even arrest.
All right, so they're smoking them out now.
Oh, God. I mean, that guy's
Brutal.
wearing the mask, but you're smoking the whole neighborhood. Like,
No,
what
dude.
about the people in that building?
They should talk to Bill Gates. He just flies his airplanes over us and smokes us out with the killer fog, man.
Right. It's a lot
Killer
better that way.
fog!
You get more people.
Yeah, spray it with the chemtrails, dude. That's how you want to do it, man. That's how you get your poisons out there on the populace. So,
Dude, this has to be Bill Gates.
oh, absolutely, man.
Gotta be
He
Bill
has his
Gates.
mosquito farm in Peru. He's been cultivating like tens of thousands of mosquitoes, man. There's one guy in this world with a mosquito farm. I'm just gonna put that out there. One guy, Bill Gates, has a mosquito farm, and we constantly have these mosquito-borne illnesses popping up every year.
Okay. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm saying he should be the first person we question.
Yes.
The guy with the mosquito farm. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's right, man. You know, what were the little guys in Willy Wonka's factory, the Oompa Loompas?
Loompas,
If Oompa
right.
Loompas started causing crime all over the country, like just rampaging cities around the country, Oompa Loompas everywhere, we would go to Willy Wonka's factory and ask him, hey, you got something going on with these Oompa Loompas here? You're the only guy with Oompa Loompas, so we thought we would ask.
Nobody else even knows where they come from.
Right?
You are producing them.
Yes. You're the only guy with the Oompa Loompas. Bill Gates,
That's
only guy with
only
the
one.
mosquito farm, dude.
Everybody else is trying to kill him.
Yes.
You're farming
yes,
them.
dude.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy because we've been following Bill Gates for quite some time now, and it's just
Yeah.
so funny how every time something crops up, it's a random disease that Tony Fauci happened to be doing gain of function on in this lab over there, and you know what I mean? Like, and then here we go, we got this mosquito-borne illness with the Zika virus involved, and dengue fever and everything else. Like, yeah, this sounds like a genetically enhanced mosquito that someone created in a lab somewhere, and you gave it all these other little viruses so that way you can give the most harm to people. And this is a straight play out of the playbook of Tony Fauci and Bill Gates, man.
And if you don't believe us, read the book and decide for yourself.
Yeah, that's right, man.
That's what Bill Gates said. It's so crazy.
Absolutely hilarious, dude. I was laughing so hard when I saw this kind of popping out there. Didn't get a lot of traction this week, though. I saw a little bit online, like, here we go again, but it's just...
Come on.
I really do think, though, after the bullshit of 2020, that they're never going to be able to pull the same shenanigans with COVID as they want to do this next time around.
20 years.
I think you're going to need bodies in the streets.
Nah.
I really do. Because I think
years.
You got the boomers still, but the boomers are fading out. So in 20 years, it'll be millennials, Gen X, and the other younger generations. We're all jaded now, and we don't trust the government. We don't listen to the news.
Good call.
So they basically, I can almost see it in this clip. They're doing the same playbook as 2020. Oh, look at the guys with the hazmat suits and they're spraying the smoke, and it will show people that look really ill, and we'll do the whole thing. And it's a joke. Everybody's laughing at it now.
Yeah, I don't understand what they're trying to do with that story.
Well, they're locking down in China.
Are they really?
Yes, they're locking down for this. They're doing lockdowns. And so a lot of people think that just like with COVID, they started in China. And by the way, COVID...
Dumb question. Are you locking down the mosquitoes?
Right. They're locking down the public, man. So you could avoid the mosquitoes, I think, is the idea.
Oh, it's for your safety.
It's for you. We're doing it for you, Mike.
Yeah.
Lockdowns, and they're going to probably have a vaccine of some sort. I'm sure they're working on it. But it's mosquito, so it could easily come over here. They can really get this thing going. But I just don't think people are buying it anymore. It's going to be really hard. You're going to need the bodies in the streets. Yeah. That's the only way you're going to get it. I need to be hanging out in my yard, waving to my neighbor, and he just drops in the lawn because a mosquito bit him. Then I'm locking in and locking down. Right? I'm doing all the locks, all the downs. Right? But
that would be crazy.
Not going to happen here. Not this time around.
Chikungunya, gonna never see you again.
Yeah, oh, dude, I like it too. I was hoping it would stick around because what I love about it so much is it sounds like when I first heard it, it sounded to me like one of those anime movies that dudes in their 40s are always obsessed over. Like Spirited Away or Chikungunya. It seems like one of those fancy and like a Studio Ghibli kind of cartoon thing, did you check the new one out on Chikungunya? Oh yeah, it was great. It was a great episode. One of my favorite Chikungunyas, I
don't know anybody that watches anime.
You come out to Denver. We don't have men out here, actually. I
really don't know anybody, yeah.
I do not know anybody who watches anime, to be quite honest. But the dudes in my friends circle, my group of friends are, married and, they have jobs and kids and, they're into things like woodworking, hiking, exercising. So I think when you have like general hobbies, the sitting down and watching anime cartoons kind of fades out of your routine cycle.
Isn't it like subtitles too?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I never got down. Was Cowboy Bebop anime? Was that considered anime?
Cowboy Bebop. Isn't that a movie on Netflix?
It was a TV show back in the day when we were in high school. It was an anime. It's very popular, anime.
Dude, there's like a movie, Cowboy Bebop.
They made it into a movie.
Oh, okay. It wasn't that good.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see it, actually.
I think I tried to watch it a couple times.
Maybe they did. Yeah, let's see here. It was definitely neo-noir space western anime television. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. And so maybe they did make a movie, and it came out in 2008. And they did a live action series. I think that's what you were thinking of.
No, I've never watched any of that.
And that came out in 20...
Never mind.
Yeah,
I think
it
it was
doesn't
something
matter.
else.
Either way, that's what I thought Chikungunya was. It reminds me of the anime that I don't watch. Bad name. They need a better name. They gotta update this whole thing.
Chikungunya. What if it just means monkeypox in Chinese?
Okay, so dude, so funny. You're psycho, bro. They that Gutierrez guy, the dude who runs the World Health Organization, he announced or is about to announce that they have fears percolating that a deadly strain of monkeypox is actually going to start sweeping the globe.
No,
yeah, dude.
They're still trying.
Oh, they love monkeypox, man, because they get to say their favorite line of all time: men who have sex with other men. Not gay men, men who have sex with other men.
It's so stupid.
It's the best part. That's the best part about the monkeypox. That's why I hope it does come back, just so we could hear everyone clarify that the people who are most susceptible to the monkeypox are men who have sex with the
not
other
gay men.
No, just the men who have sex with other men.
Like Pedro Pascal. He's not gay.
Right.
He just has sex with other men.
He just has a very endearing, sensitive, loving relationship with Oscar Isaac.
Sometimes they fuck. It's okay. Doesn't make him gay.
Just two platonic buds hanging out, man.
Dude, chikungunya translate to that which bends up or stooped walk.
Whoa.
You guys made this shit up, dude.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, it's total bullshit. Yes, I knew it, man.
It refers to severe joint pain and contorted posture.
Oh,
so it's
weird. All right.
It's supposed to be like, that's why, because of the joint pain you get when you get the virus.
Okay, interesting. I think so. Maybe you get the lean that they're developing from all the fentanyl that they're smoking. You know the lean? They might get the lean.
The stooped walk. Yeah, I've seen that. Seen that walk before. All right. Chikungunya.
They're saying it's the largest outbreak right now, so maybe we have yet to see the end of this chikungunya.
Hopefully not.
That's right.
Dude,
yeah. No, what do you got, man? What do you got for me?
Oh man, I forgot what I was looking.
Because I got the news of the week, which I know everyone forgot about it. Oh, I hit the wrong one there. But we were promised, if you don't recall, we were absolutely promised to get the unsealing of the grand jury documents for the Epstein case, and the judge denied the unsealing.
Of course.
Yeah.
You guys are still talking about that?
That's right.
Who cares? You guys are still talking about it?
That was old. It's old news, man. Old news.
Frank, there's no list, and he killed himself. Next. Next.
They're citing a need to protect grand jury secrecy. That's the whole reason that they're not allowing this to come out. And they're saying that this could be a bad precedent in the future where they'll end up revealing information for people that maybe need confidentiality and sensitive future court
I don't care
trials.
about all that tells me is that this judge is definitely on that list. You're definitely on the list. Right?
Absolutely. And ultimately, I think this leads to what we should all be reminded of is the lawyer involved with this Epstein case, Alan Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz, very popular man in the media. He's always being interviewed on CNN, MSNBC, gets down and dirty with the Fox News gang. Alan Dershowitz, I believe, was a part of this grand jury testimony or whatever that they were trying to get unsealed. Like he was in the court situation, the trial and all that. And so there were a lot of clips over the last month where Dershowitz has said, I've seen the Epstein list. Like not that there's a set list with just a bunch of names on it, but because of the depositions in the case and through the discovery and all that stuff, he knows a lot of the names involved with some of the most salacious stuff through that trial that are now sealed through the grand jury, which I find fascinating that Dershowitz is out there with all these names in his head. I can't imagine how he blackmails all these people in his regular life. You know what I know, right? I know. But this brings me ultimately, because I don't think we're not going to do much Epstein going forward, I think, because I feel like it's now getting kind of swept under officially after this point. And you and I have grown a bit bored with all the Epstein stuff because it's just such a clear-cut story. But I don't want to close out our Epstein conversations with that one last clip of Alan Dershowitz. And this was just one of my favorites of all time. And I'm doing this for Pepino because I told him I would. This is Alan Dershowitz and his underwear massage.
Dershowitz is a longtime friend of Epstein's who represented him in the criminal underage sex case.
Could you please? I never saw a young underage woman.
Yet Epstein's former butler swore under oath that Dershowitz was at Epstein's residences at the same time underage girls were there.
Oh, and it gets better.
Were there young women in another part of the house giving massages when I wasn't around? I have no idea of that.
Dershowitz did say he once received a massage at Epstein's mansion, but from an adult woman.
I kept my underwear on during the massage. I don't like massages particularly.
Bob Norman, Local 10.
Yeah, he kept his underwear on, man. It was totally legit. And she was an older chick. I felt nothing for her, man. Come on.
Damn, that's a guilty man right there.
Dude, the way they paint it, too, like, he can't even deny it because of the court deposition. Like, well, yeah, I was there. Yeah, there were underage girls there. But they were in a whole other wing of the mansion, man.
Have you seen his mansion?
No, I was in the patio hanging with Leibowitz, his neighbor. We were just hanging out, having some beers in the back, man.
It was just me and Bill Gates. Totally nowhere near the girls.
That's right. Yeah.
Bill.
Two guys hanging out, and there was an older lady walking around. She was giving massages to all the older guys.
That's the best part. There were no old ladies giving massages. No. There was nothing but underage girls giving massages.
He's a good lawyer, though. He covers all grounds. I didn't get the massage. And even if I did, it was an older lady.
It was an old chick.
And I had my underwear on the whole time. Like, he covers every, like, line and
Didn't
level.
even get a boner.
No boner. Right, yes. Boner free. I got to take the pill to get the boner, so there's no boner, right?
Yeah, so he definitely fucked an underage girl.
Absolutely, dude. You know what it is? His name's in that grand jury indictment.
100%. 100%.
I like you're on trial for, prostitution and trafficking and all this stuff, and you hire the lawyer who was hanging out with you while you were doing the trafficking and getting the massages. Like, that's the perfect lawyer for
he
you.
owes you one.
It's right.
Come on.
Oh, man. Well, Mike, we're winding down. I know there's a lot on the docket. Anything out there that tickles your fancy?
Well, it's the title of the show, and I don't even know what it is. Blush is off the rose.
Wow. Yeah, this was a convo between Drew Barrymore and Bill Maher on his Club Random podcast, which I know you love. You tune in, I think, regularly.
Yeah, I didn't listen to Drew Barrymore. I don't really care.
I don't either. I'm not a huge fan of Drew Barrymore, but this was making the rounds, and I actually dismissed it, and it last minute made it onto the docket because right before the show, I was just kind of perusing, and I decided to actually give it a gander, and I was actually really impressed by what they were discussing, and I think they're revealing something about elites, Hollywood, TV, news anchors, everybody, all these celebrities who pretend to be all in on the woke, all in on the leftism, even though it's gone so far that we're now electing socialist mayors in Minnesota and in New York. Like, they decided we're going all in on the woke. And then what happened? Well, the woke started to eat themselves, right? it's only a matter of time in the woke world till you yourself are cast away to the cornfield because you've offended somebody or crossed a line that is imaginary.
What's that story? The revolutionaries always come for their own.
That's right, man. So, in the woke world and the censorship of wokeism, they ate themselves and each other. And so there's a little bit of a revealing kind of conversation here between Drew Barrymore and Bill Maher. And I thought this was actually fascinating, considering you and I were at the receiving end of endless censorship over the last 4 years on the interwebs.
It is such a taboo subject, the truth.
It is. Oh, and it gets you hated.
Oh, as soon as I said it, I was like, the truth, that there is no truth. I'm like, that doesn't work. You can't say things like that. But I was putting on you that you speak your truth. And you have a lot of bravado about what you think is the truth or not. But it's just so refreshing. Like, you were doing this before it was so dangerous.
Still dangerous.
And it is.
At first, I thought this was lame, but now I'm really thinking about what they're saying by dangerous. Dangerous for their careers to say what they really think.
What they really think, yeah.
And that is mind-blowing to me. I've always been on this side of the aisle making fun of the retards on the other side. Like, what's wrong with you idiots? You all think this? You all agree with this? Like, you all want to censor each other? Like, this is the world you want to live in? And even Drew Barrymore is like doing her talk show, Woke Queen. She got on her knees and like kissed Dylan Mulvaney's feet on one episode.
Oh, get out!
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like. But clearly, this chick absolutely frightened to say anything remotely true in this world.
Just way too dangerous now. Yeah. But you're still doing it.
It's slightly less dangerous than it was 2 years ago because we did have a vibe change. And because the Democrats
what
lost
happened within those 2 years, Bill?
Yes, man. Yes. This is crazy, right? Wow, like, who are these? Yeah. Who are these people? Where did this information come from in their minds? Like, it's like they're seeing the world through a red-pilled lens of some sort. You know
I think
what I'm
they
saying?
just have to admit it because it's so obvious. Everybody sees what happened. Like, literally, after Trump won the election, everything changed. It wasn't even when he took office.
Yes.
YouTube, all these other, they all stopped. They stopped.
The next day, we played a clip of Morning Joe. It was 4 white guys on the panel. It was unbelievable. It was White Boy Winter immediately.
Everything changed.
Yes. Culturally, everything has changed.
so badly in 2024. The blush is off the rose on left-wing censorship and, oh my God, you can't say that. Stop telling me what I can do, what I can say, what I can think, who my heroes are supposed to be.
Hey, Bill, you want to know how I know you're gay? You just said blush is off the rose. I don't even know what the fuck that means, dude. What does that even mean?
Look at his hand motion.
Dude, everything. He's more feminine than her. Like, get the fuck out of here, Bill. Look at your see-through white shirt, dude. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
He's coming out, man. He's coming out. Like, he can't help it. He can't contain himself.
Get the fuck off.
And when this guy has some gay dude next to him, he's practically jumping out of his chair. Now he's got this beautiful woman. He's like, you know. Just me and a girl talking.
That's right, dude. He's telling Don Lemon how he's an ass man. Right? I love the ass. Boobs don't do it for me. I love the ass. You know what I'm saying, Don Lemon, gay guy?
Boobs, gross. Butthole, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right, Don? Yeah. You feel me on the butthole, right, man?
No, look at
it. Get the fuck off.
He's so effeminate.
He's a woman, dude. He's practically a woman.
Get back up off of me. That is a lot of just what
even
this
the way
really
he's
is.
Sitting.
I know.
Like, come on, dude. He's like over the. Dude, come on. First of all, you're a little guy. Get a smaller chair. And, you know.
He does the hand motions, dude. Get him a gig on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, man. Come on. He's due. Yeah. Either way, I'm loving the kind of the reaction from Bill Maher, him out there on his little podcast there saying, back the fuck off, get out of here, enough with the censorship, and not just the internet censorship. He's talking about stuff that I had to deal with people around me in my world, censoring you in conversation, telling you, hey, you shouldn't say that, or that's not right, or, we don't say that anymore, like, oh, that's not allowed anymore. The amount of times I've heard that from people, just in the last week, I was told, oh, you shouldn't say tranny, it's considered discriminatory now. And it's like, shut up, all right? Back off, keep your thoughts to yourself. And it doesn't, I'm allowed to say what I want to say in any situation. I'm not outright offending somebody. I'm not, assaulting someone with my words. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just using the word tranny, I'm using the word tranny. It's the word tranny. It doesn't mean anything. There's no hate behind it. It's just the word tranny.
It's just a word.
It's a word we've used for lifetimes to describe a chick with a dick, or a dude who's got some tits now, all right? That's a tranny, man. You can't
I could go
change
with
that.
fag. You
right.
You choose.
Choice is yours. Choice is yours, retard. All right. But I think that's what he's talking about. And that's why this kind of got me fired up, because Emma and I were at a pizza joint near our house in Old Town Arvada, and her sister and a friend of hers were in town, and we were dining at this pizza joint, and they had a white trash pizza, and people were talking about how, like, oh, that seems a little, over the line, a little, offensive. And I was like, what? You can't say white trash anymore? And they're like, oh no, that's so offensive. I'm like, no, white trash will never be offensive. There's fucking white trash. I know I have white trash in my family, man. I can call them white trash. Absolutely,
dude.
Man.
Plus, what was on that pizza? Gummy bears?
No, it was like
Skittles.
It was no, dude. It was pure white trash. It was it was chicken, bacon, jalapenos, and ranch dressing.
Oh, that is white trash.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, sounds good though. Right?
That sounds really good. Yeah, the ranch on the pizza.
It sounds good, and I know already how I will physically feel on the toilet at 4 a.m. the next morning. Like, I can I'm feeling the cramp kind of starting to slip in even before I eat that white trash pizza.
But there's always that moment at night where you feel it, and then you let out the most glorious fart. And you're like, like, feel better fart.
That's right.
It's like, whoa.
It's always better out than in, man. That's what they always say,
It's glorious.
Oh, man. Well, that's all I got for today, Mike. We got a couple other topics.
We didn't even get to female umpire, man.
Do you want me to I could toss it in if you want.
Yeah, let's toss it in. I feel bad for this lady.
You do? All right.
How nervous are you? You're the first female. All eyes are on you,
She had a rough gig.
It's hard.
This weekend, in a series between the Marlins and the Braves, Major League Baseball set to call up Jen Powell to be its first female umpire in league history. In a statement, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred saying, quote, "She has earned this opportunity and we are proud of the strong example she has set." A former three-time all-conference softball player at Hofstra, the New Jersey native has been working her way up since beginning her umpiring career in a then-rookie league back in 2016. In the minors, Powell has built a reputation for holding her ground, seemingly having no problem throwing out managers who get in her face.
Yeah, they love talking about that, and I thought I had a different clip. I don't know where that one came from, unfortunately.
It was good. It was good.
Well, so what's awesome about it, actually, is... She called a good game.
She messed up the first pitch, and everybody lost their mind.
Everyone claims that, but actually further inspection shows that the ball crossed the plate in the strike zone, and then it curved out at the last minute where the catcher caught it. So it was actually a legit call, and here's the one I think...
And with that first pitch, Jen Powell has officially made history.
This morning on a major first.
That was her.
I'm happy for her.
I'm actually really happy for this lady. I think this is a good thing. I think there's no reason why you can't have women calling balls and strikes in a baseball game. Mike, you've heard me say it here before on the show, but I've been a huge proponent of the belief that I think women can play in baseball. I really do. The game is designed to be able to handle it.
I think they should be allowed to. Hey, if you can make it, Props to you.
Yeah, in my opinion, baseball is a finesse sport over strength. And so in that realm, they have a chance. And I was looking, I thought I had saved it, but apparently not. She scored an 89%. They do the Fangraph scores of the umpires and how they called the game. And she got like a B+, A-. She did a really good job. She missed 7 strikes, or 7 pitches were off. On
You're
what
talking to a 79 plumber.
There you go.
Umpire.
Yeah, hey.
You're better than me, man.
That's right, man. Yeah. So she did no better or worse than her male compadres. So you know what? Game on with the ladies behind the plate. I'm all for it. I think this is good stuff. And you know what? It happened in a MAGA world, people. I want to remind everybody out there. We're not in Woke Town anymore. This is MAGA Town, and this is where it happened.
Trump invited her to the White House, you know?
That's right. Trump. We're Trump dancing over here, man. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad we snuck that in. Good call, Mike. We needed to get it in there. Yeah,
it's good
absolutely.
news. Good news from women.
Good news to end the show on. Good news for the ladies. And actually, even better news, this female umpire, believe it or not, no penis. This is a new one for a lot of people out there.
A woman.
It's a real woman, yeah.
A lady woman.
Lady woman, yeah.
All right. Props to you.
Oh, man. Well, Mike, it's the fastest hour in the universe. There's no doubt about it. This one flew, dude. I think they turned that CERN machine on, if I'm not mistaken.
It's Tuesdays. Yeah.
That's right, dude, every time. I want to thank everybody for hanging out, enjoying the good times and great oldies. We'll be back on Sunday. We got plenty more to talk about. I left a couple things on here on the docket that I definitely want to get around to. Weather modification, hanging on. It's going to be there still. And the alpha-gal syndrome, which is the new red meat tick allergy that...
it's been around for a long time.
It's starting to really boost, so it's coming for you. Watch your... That's right, dude.
You know, I love my boost.
Booster. All right, we'll be back on Sunday. I hope everybody has a great rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of the summer here that we got, and hopefully you avoid some chemtrails and geoengineering. And we'll see you on Sunday. Yeah, man. All right.
Little creepy.
All right. Hey, I love butt rock, dude. I'm a butt rocker, man.
More popular than ever before.
Yeah, I love it. We'll see you on Sunday.
It's alright if I stay asleep, 'cause I don't wanna leave the comfort of this place. 'Cause there's a hunger, a longing to escape from the life I live when I'm away. So let's go there, let's make our escape. Let's go there. Let's